Next up, we have Elisa Bogarts, and then I went after it.
I'm sitting in the living room of my friend's apartment. It's her birthday party and she'd just gotten back from a backpacking trip throughout Asia. She brings out her photo album and I noticed that my heart sinks a little bit. Going traveling was something I wanted to do for years and I never had, so I was a little bit jealous. A friend of mine had been telling me since high school that we'd go, but it's been 5 years, so I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. And I'm not sure that I can go now anyway. I've got too much responsibility. I've got a full-time job. I just bought a brand new car and I have a mortgage in an apartment that I love. I mean, life's good. I'm doing well in my career so far, though I'm not sure if I would call it a career. It's kind of just a job for the paycheck, but I'm doing so well that my colleagues joke with me saying, "Hey, Lisa, what job are you going to go for next, CEO?" I'm not so sure about that, but and like many of you, making my family proud is something that I strive for, especially being the youngest. And I feel like I finally got their respect by buying a brand new apartment. And it's right downtown, stumbling distance from the clubs. It's perfect. I love it so much. Am I really going to leave my place? But the truth is that I'm not happy. Like many of you, I'm doing the daily grind, same thing, day in, day out. And like many of you, I want change, but I have no idea where to start. And like many of you, I feel a bit down and bored, but then I feel guilty about feeling that way because what do I have to complain about? And like many of you, I'm ticking all of the boxes of life, but I'm not sure if my life is filled with anything that I want to do. And I can't help but think, is this it? I know I want to go traveling and explore the world, that's for sure, but I'm just not sure that I have the confidence to change my entire life. And I also just don't know if I could tell my mom. I think she'd kill me if I told her I was going backpacking. She'd be so worried. Well, after oohing and awing all the amazing pictures, my friend Michelle starts talking about the trip she's planning next year. Sounds amazing. She's going to Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji. How cool would that be? I get all excited and I go up to her and say, "Hey, Michelle, do you think I could go backpacking with you?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it over coffee next week." I am just so inspired by her. So I go home and I give myself some real talk. I sit myself down and I say, "Elisa, you have been such a good girl. You are doing all of the right things. Your family, they're so proud of you. If only Papa could see you now and all that you've accomplished at the age of 23. You know, when he died, you learned that life is short. And you said that you wanted to live life to the fullest. And you deserve happiness, and you are not happy. Give yourself permission to do what you want to do. Stop waiting for someone else to give it to you. Make this life-changing decision to travel. This opportunity is literally fallen on your lap. Go after it." So next week at coffee, Michelle and I make some plans and I commit myself to go with her. And I go home and I do some research on flights because she had already booked hers. And then I went after it. It took me a while to hit that pay now button, but when I hit it, I got this huge surge of joy. That feeling was incredible. And I vowed to myself then to remember that feeling anytime that anything or anyone, including myself, would get in the way of me going. So I made a 7-month plan. I packed up my life and I went on a world tour that lasted for about 20 years and I traveled 53 countries. Making that choice to go traveling impacted my life in so many amazing ways, and I'm so glad that I did it. Thank you.